Hello, Good Samaritans. This is Carol Ann Long. I hope that this message finds you all well and that you and yours had a joyous Easter despite this crazy time that we find ourselves living in. When I reflected back over the past few weeks and thought about what I wanted to share with you, the one thing that really stood out to me was shelter. We have lived in our current home for almost 13 years. And when we bought this house back in July of 2007, we had a 2-year-old James Robert. Janie wasn't even a blip on the radar screen, and we had no pets. So for where we were at that time in our lives, this house to me seemed like Mecca. It was perfect. It was everything I could ever want in a house. And as the years have passed and our family has grown and changed, I've discovered, as I suspect some of you have as well, the many annoying things about our house. Why is that light switch behind the door instead of right there when you open it? Why did they put so much square footage in this one place and not nearly enough in another? Why is there no closet here? Just little things that you learn and discover about your home over the years. And again, they range from mildly annoying to full on, maybe we should just sell this house and move somewhere else. And then suddenly you find yourself living in a pandemic when you really can't leave your house or your property unless you have to for very essential reasons. So you would think in that time that all of those annoyances would really be exacerbated and you would find yourself at your wit's end, ready to move out. But what I've discovered is I've found a whole new love and appreciation for this space. And not just from a thank God we have shelter, we have a place to be, since that's maybe the most important thing right now is to have a safe place for you and your family to be in together. But just things I've discovered about this house that I didn't realize would be so important. For example, this room that I'm currently in is sort of an office space off of our bedroom, and we never really knew what to do with it. I've had lots of ideas over the years and tried a lot of things, but for the most part, especially over the past several years, this room has just been a place to store junk. It's almost been like a storage room because no one sees it besides Jason and me. But when we suddenly had to make use of space in new and creative ways, we got it cleaned up and discovered that it was the perfect spot for Jason to have a home office, which is something he desperately needs right now. We also discovered our formal dining room that one day of the year gets used for Thanksgiving, and the other 364, it's just a place for my kids to put their books when they come home from school, or a place to put packages that come in the mail before I have a chance to open them. That has become the perfect spot for virtual home learning for my kids. They each have a place at the table. You take the mirror down off the wall and put up a cheap whiteboard, and suddenly it's classroom. Even our backyard, which has a big slope in it and hasn't always been the favorite place, has been a wonderful place to get outside and appreciate it in a way that I know I never have before. We can play badminton, we can admire the flowers and the trees blooming, and just get fresh air safely. So it's I think the biggest blessing for me out of all of this is just the discovery of how much I love and appreciate our home. And I don't think I'll ever, I hope, take it for granted again. And I hope that all of you have learned to love and appreciate something about your space that you never realized before. So with that, I wish you all the best. I can't wait to be back at church with all of you, and many blessings in the days ahead.